Today, we are going to talk to you about Rembrandt.
Rembrandt Harmogene van Rijn was born on July 15, 1606 and died on October 4, 1669 in Leiden, Netherlands.
His dad was a miller and his mom was a baker's daughter. He was one of 9 children. Even as a child, he painted a lot.
Yeah, when he was a kid, he was like, "Mom, I want to paint and stuff."
I want to do a lot of painting. He attended Latin school. Then at the age of 14, he attended the University of Leiden.
In 1621, at the age of 15, he took lessons from Jacob van Swanenburg. After his 3-year apprenticeship under Peter Lastman in Amsterdam, he opened a studio in Leiden with Jan Levens in 1626. He began accepting students after he opened his studio.
Rembrandt and Levens didn't last long because of the conflicts between them. They eventually split up.
They had a big old fight.
They fought a lot. They're like,
fought all the time. Yep, was not a good situation. And in 1631, his career really started to take off. He started taking portrait assignments from people in Amsterdam.
He was with art dealer Hendrik van Eulenburg, which is how he met Saskia, his wife. He was all like, my, who's this pretty lady?
And she was all, my name is like Saskia van Eulenburg.
Duh.
And that is how they met. It wasn't until he married Saskia van Eulenburg that he became really famous. He was the daughter of the mayor of Leeuwarden, the capital of the Dutch province of Friesland. Because of her wealth and fame, Rembrandt was introduced to high society people and got more attention for his paintings.
His painting success skyrocketed, but unfortunately his luck and his money went down the drain.
Saskia and Rembrandt had many financial issues. Their house, for example, cost them 13,000 guilder, or $7,256.59 in American money.
Also, he wasn't a very wise spender. He went bankrupt in 1656 because he bought too much stuff. For his paintings, he would buy tons of jewelry, and paint, and material, and wood, and pretty much anything he felt he needed. And he spent too much.
Saskia and Rembrandt also had 4 children, but the sad thing is 3 of them died shortly after childbirth.
Saskia died a year after their eldest son Titus, who died in 1641.
Rembrandt lived a very quiet life, but after his wife died, he had some personal issues involving a younger girl. He got involved with his maid, Hendrikje Stoffels. She admitted to committing the acts of a whore with Rembrandt after having a daughter with him. She was banned from communion.
Can't have the body of Christ, sorry.
In the end, he died of old age and is buried in an unmarked grave in Westerkirk. His style of painting changed a lot over different time periods of his life. For example, when he lived in Leiden, his paintings were small and rich in detail. He used a lot of costumes and a lot of jewelry, and most of his paintings were religious or allegoric.
When he lived in Amsterdam, he used large strokes and strong tones. Like we said earlier, this is when he started creating a lot of portraits. His themes were mostly biblical or mythical and had very dramatic scenes.
In the late 1630s, when business was booming, he started doing landscape drawings. They weren't happy drawings, though, because they depicted disaster. For example, in his landscapes, he would have trees that were torn down by storms.
In the 1640s, his life really started to go downhill. His paintings reflected the tragedies in his life. You could see a lot of his deep inner emotion. He did a lot of paintings from the New and Old Testament, and even did his most famous painting during this time, the Night Watch.
But Night Watch was not originally called Night Watch. It was actually called Patrouille de Nuit. It was called Night Watch because when it was originally discovered, time had caused it to be distorted and made it look like a night scene, when really it was actually supposed to be a daytime portrait.
It was painted in 1642 and was his largest painting. Rembrandt painted it for Captain Frans Banningcock and Company. They wanted a picture of themselves in action and in all of their glory. But Rembrandt didn't get his pay from some of the men because they claimed that they couldn't see their faces and refused to pay.
Finally, in the last paintings in the 1650s, he increased the size of his paintings and used rich, strong colors and brushstrokes. He was very fine and very detailed in his work.
Nowadays, a painting by Rembrandt could sell for more than $28 million.
And that is the life of Rembrandt.
Thank you for listening.
Give us an A.
Give us an A.